recap. All right, let's recap because it looked like there was an audio problem. I was saying that before going to trade, I would like to see how the euro is performing against all the other currencies because I trade the euro and would like to know if the euro is the one who is strong or weak against the other currency. Because if you only compare, for example, against the US dollar, you don't know if the US dollar is strong or the euro is the one that is weak, right? So you really need to know this when you're trading one asset, so you can know if it is really on the strong side or the weak side. And here in the FX request side, we can compare the euro against all the other currencies, right? Like a basket of currencies. And we can see how the change of the day is negative, right? For the whole basket of currencies. So we can see that the euro in this case is weak during the session, all right? And we can give us a hint on where to trade today. In this case, just looking at this, I will say, well, the euro is weak at the moment. I will do other things to confirm that it's weak, and that would trade selling the euro, not buying it, all right, because it's performing weak today. And here in trading view, I can see also with the climate indicator, you can see here below, we can see the red lines with the red balls on the at the bottom that also confirm that the euro is currently trading on the selling side, right? It is very low, as you can see here. The movement that has made today is on the very low side of the day, so it won't be a very strong move. I won't be looking for any strong movement on the downside at the moment, because the range that is being traded today is also kind of like finding his bigger movement at the moment. So I will be cautious today with the euro. Okay. If you want to have access to any of these indicators, climate and the UFO, you can go to the tradewithufo.com/Pedro and get the indicator there. All right. If you have any question, you are watching the recording, please, you can send me an email anytime at pedro@tradewithufo.com. You have right there on the screen. If you are watching live, you can use the chat if you have any question. And all right, let's go to try to find some trades today. All right, let's go to my chart. All right, let's change this a little bit. Okay. All right, here we can see the euro right now, how it's trading. Let's change to candles so you can have a better understanding of what's going on. As you can see, it's been going down from this top all the way down to here, and here where we are right now. So we need to find a trade in this area, which is actually looks pretty good. Let me just see where the interesting point might be. 1521. But I'm going to change to clusters so I can see the actual trades inside the candle, so I can spot better the volume that is being traded. So we're looking for a particular breakout candle at the moment. Will be here, this one, this area right here, this one who made the push into the lower side. So I would like to see where's the volume here, okay, where we are right now. This moment, you can see where it's been traded. But let me see this, only this one. Okay, we can see it wasn't a very high volume candle that moved the euro down from this range. It wasn't very strong, but it did it, and you can see how actually it kept the price below that area. So if we're gonna trade this, we would do it in a very short, um, expecting a very short move, right? Otherwise, we might be exposed to a higher risk if moving any higher. So I'm gonna just draw some horizontal lines here where I found the volume that can hold the price. Right, we can see in these two lines how actually the price was content pretty much. So we can use that as entry points. I will select 3 entry points in the moment. Right, we have some volume here at the top, not that much, but you can see how it's been keeping up. We also have some price imbalances that might also protect our entries. So I'm gonna place these 3 entries for the moment, just one contract, right? Just below the slightly volume area. All right, the last one is gonna be harder to reach, but you can see this liquidity here is 135, which is a high volume here. So we're gonna just set up an horizontal line that to remember that we had this liquidity on the top here. All right, so that's gonna be our entry. We're looking for a very small move once we are inside. We're not looking for a huge movement because we are at the pretty much at the range at the end of the. If we see the candles, so you can understand it better. We're pretty low right now on the movement, so I would prefer to take a very small movement and get out of the trade, right? In this case, it can go lower, yes, but you can see here we have 317 pending orders, okay, pending lots here on the buy side. So it might just be removed, by the whoever put this big liquidity here, or might hold the price below this area, okay? And you can see here we also have another imbalance of the price, so the price might have a hard time to breach this area, okay? But you can see how it's being removed right now. The 300s are now 51, so they remove it. Some of them were taken. You can see here on the balls the numbers of trades and lots that were taken at this price level. So that might, just move the price a little lower. This is the low of the day. There you go. And that's the big movement. You can see a big trade here as well. Was a huge trade. We can see on the clusters. You can see all the trades that's happened. Right now, we expect the price to bounce back into this area. Let's see if it can hold it. And we can take a little profit from this point. We have a lot of imbalances here, which are good at the moment. Let's see if it can hold it or not. We can see some liquidity is being added right on one of our entries, 107. And we have not much liquidity at the top. So the movement on the high side can go pretty fast as well. So let's see and wait what happens. If you have any question, please, you can use the chat as always, or you can send an email at any time at pedro@predicted.com. You want access to the tools, to the software. If you have any questions, comments, you can always send me an email. There's my email on the screen here, pedro@tradictive.com. Right, you can use it at any time. Right, let's go back to the chart. You can see this huge trade here. Probably stop losses from the buyers because the movement was very fast. You know, they were closing pretty fast and make that move down because probably some stop loss from the buyers here in this area. And that's what moved the price pretty fast. We can see that buyers coming in here in this area, in the high area here. And once their stop loss is hit, the price moves pretty fast against their side. Of course, then that's why there is another movement on the upside that we were hoping to get in on that rebound, but it's not getting there yet. So we still need to have more patient, wait and see what's going on. See, it's continued to move down because as you can see on the trades here, they're making big trades on both sides. Some might be people getting out of the trade. You are selling, you need to buy to get out. And when you get out of the trade, you will probably take some of the liquidity. We're talking about big trades here, 31, 12, 28 lots, 29 lots. So that actually takes a whole liquidity step, so that will move the price one tick or two ticks up. And then once this is taken, price might continue to go lower. All right, that's how market mechanics work. It's how the price are moved, because the only way that the price go up or down is when a liquidity ladder, liquidity step is completely taken. So it moves to the next one to be filled, right? As you can see here on the liquidity, how it's actually moving up when once it's taken all the lots available in the pending order, okay? Remember that the pending order doesn't move the market. I mean, they are just standing there, just waiting for somebody to take action. And this action is taken by aggressive trader who make the market orders and take whatever is available at whatever price it is. So that's why they are aggressive, and that's what moved the price low, like we're looking at right now. You can see another big trade, probably another stop loss. You can see it's lower than this one and lower than this one. So it's a big stop loss being hit here that will actually stop the price a little bit, or not. Let's see what happens. We can see another buying imbalance was erased, so the price continued to move down. So our entry is getting left behind at the top. So it's kind of hard right now for it to reach here. We can see that is a little far away. If we see on the candles, we can see even how far it is. You see, it looks even farther. The liquidity, when we put the horizontal line, is still there. You can see it's not that big, but it's still a little bit bigger, a little big bigger than the others. Not as big as when we set it up, but there it is. 67 pending orders there. Now let's see, get back to the clusters so we can see what's going on. If we were looking for another entry, another interesting area will be 47. This one, not okay. Let's check again. 720 will be this one. 25. Oh, this one. See, let me just highlight this one right here. Want to see what we have on the right side. Okay, we have this. All right, this might be possible if we want to get it in before the time is up. Try to see this one. All right, that might be an option for a very quick trade. See what it shows on the right side. Well, we can see it's pretty close to the VWAP deviation, which is good. So I will move. You can see here the liquidity, 125. So I'm going to move the price entry there, so we can have those quick trades today before the time's up, because we're only going to be here for 45 minutes or so, and there's like 20 minutes left. So let's see if we can get a quick trade. All right, remember, you have any question, you can use the chat at any time. If you are not understanding something, please ask. You like what you see, you can comment. If you don't like it, you can comment too. All right, we're getting close to our new first entry. Let's see if we can get in. In this case, we need to see how the upside movement, how strong it is, to determine also our stop loss once we are in. But we can see how the prices are still in the same range. Let's see if we can break. We're hoping to get here at least one entry. Getting close. Liquidity is not so big on the way up. You can see it has been removed a few of those liquidity slots, and 113 still there, which is good. On the liquidity map I can see a very big, let's say, resistance at 1.19390. That would be right here. Let me just put a horizontal line there. Oh, sorry, it's not. There is. Here is where the liquidity map that I have is showing me that there was a big buying area, right? Because we can see here, sub point, how the price just stopped there and move up, okay, from this area. I don't know if in the past it happens too. Here you can see again. You can see how the price just keep above this line, because it's a true resistance. It's created with volume, and it's printed there in the liquidity map, right? So two things might happen. It might now act as as a little bit of resistance here, or it might if price just move easily through it, it might just go higher. We have a second one here, and I don't see any print for any liquidity on the sell side. Just a small one. Mostly we're buying at the moment, but we don't see any. Price still trying to reach our area, but very high at the moment. But this entry, this area seems to be very good. Let's see if it can hold, and I'll give us some profit today. All right, we have like 15 minutes left. Hope we can see some action. We cannot force anything. All right, we have to be patient when trading. Things doesn't happen. We have to have another day. Right, we have the next day and so on. That's how trading it is. Let's see if we can have something today. All right, it's moving a little bit lower at the moment. Let's take a look at the trading view side, how it looks like, the UFOs. Right, we're still having the same climate, still red, which is the side we're trading now. So that's good. Price is moving a little bit higher now. Not high enough to our entry yet. Might take a few minutes, but I think it will reach there. Okay, I think it will reach there, and there is a big chance. You can see at the top here, 131, that this may hold the price and push it back down a little enough so we can take the trade. Bojan, profit targets 10 ticks per entry still right? Yeah, well, depends on the liquidity you see. For example, if we are targeting 10 ticks, we have to make sure that the liquidity is there's not a big liquidity that will make it harder for the price to go lower. For example, we can see here there are 98, this 68, 66. So we are going to try to keep it about those areas. Okay. If it is more than 10 ticks, we can take it if we see that there's a chance for that to happen. But we can see a lot of buying imbalance here. All right. So we're going to try to keep it right about this area because, we want to secure our exit as well. So we need to have it just about this area here because we can see a lot of buying balances, right? Which means that the buyers were more aggressive. Yeah, exactly. Opposing liquid areas are target. Yeah, you have to try to keep about those areas, right? Not maybe 1 or 2 ticks about will be good, right? Try to avoid getting out of the trade when there's a lot of liquidity to be filled. You're gonna be in a very far position. Is there 100 lots waiting there and you put your orders? After that, you're gonna be 101. So you have to wait for 100 orders to be filled in order to get your fills. So it's better to look for a thin spot to get out faster. That's why we use liquidity. All right, well, price still there. It's going up. Let's see if we can, in this push, we can get in with some of these orders. And our target has to be about this area. We have this unfinished trade here. Look interesting. So that might be a possible exit target. This one right here. Let me just put a horizontal line. Right? You can see how liquidity is bigger here. It's 89. So that liquidity on the liquidity map will always left a print. Okay, so we can see it. We can see that print and know that it was there in the past. Okay, even though it's been removed. But for somebody that was very interesting, and we need to follow up. All right, so that's why I put a horizontal line here. I do have a liquidity map on the chart, and I can see that printed. So that will be my possible exit. Has to be just maybe one tick above that point there. Okay, I can. One thing you can do is just move your exit stop behind that area, and everything will be fine. Let's see. We have 10 minutes left. Let's see. We are lucky enough to see the entry. All right. It's getting close. Getting close. Look how the liquidity is holding. Right, it's holding this price to go higher. Once it's taken or removed, we will see how the price just move higher faster than that is actually moving right now, because it is in this range, you can see. And then it's gonna move faster here. Hopefully it will be stopped before we have the second liquidity at the top. All right, you can see how it's been taken right now. Price now is gonna start to move up. Once my entry are taken, it will automatically set my take profits and stop losses based on the strategy I have. It's automatically set up on my software. So if you want, I can send you that those settings as well. Just send me an email. All right, it's getting close. Let's see. I have a small buying balance in here. It's really close, just 3 ticks away. Let me see the position on the list. All right, a very good position. So it's gonna be filled. You can see how the liquidity move higher once the price, are getting closer. They always move it higher, right? They are just for, trying to send a message like we're here, we want to sell at this price, but we don't want to enter yet, so we move it higher. I mean, it's a mixed message they send there with the liquidity. That's another way to manipulate the traders' minds is by using these pending orders. So we have to be aware of that as well. You can see here at the lower of the day, this red line, how there is 171 lots pending here, right? It's the lower of the day. So it's saying something, it's sending a message right there. Right, we are a couple of ticks away from first entry. I refuse to go higher yet. Up for like 6 minutes left, 7 minutes, something like that. See, we can get it. We can get in. Well, if you're watching the recording, remember that you can send me an email anytime at pedro@tradedicted.com. You have any question, you want to use the software, you have the link here, tradewithufos.com/Pedro. You can send me an email, any question, anything, anytime. All right, we are getting close, very close to entry. Not yet reached. You can see liquidity is a little bit dense in this area, right? Compared to this one. All right, one tick, and we're in. 2 ticks. There you go. One tick. All right, we have only 6 minutes left, so we can get in and get out very fast. Well, nothing yet. See how price just touches our entry price. You can see here, it's just one tick, all right, from entry. Remember, we put this entry right below volumes area that help us with getting out faster, okay? That's the purpose of putting the entry there, is you put the entry where somebody else will put their stop loss, okay? That's why we choose those areas, because we know once hit, it will move the price down. So we have 3 good possible stop loss areas for sellers when they enter the last rounds here. Let's see if we can get in before the time's up. We have 4 minutes left the session. And if you want more information, you want to know more about this strategy, technique, you can always send me an email. All right, it's getting some resistance to put out in the trade. If we're enter here, well, just put in one contract, but usually you should trade with whatever your risk management allow you to. And if we got in right here in this just by one tick, we will probably just have already got out with this nice movement down. If you see the candles, you will see how how big the moves are. See how close we were to entry, just one tick. And here are the buying balances. There are a lot, so we should be keeping an eye on them when we are trading. If we're not in the trade, we just don't care. But if you're in a trade, you want to get out. You have liquidity here, you have big one here, so just it might go all the way down. Of course it can, probably will, okay, but you want to get your money in the pocket, right? That's the point here. Not speculating how low it will go and I will hold it till forever and then you go back on the upside and you end up with a loss. That's most people do and happen. So that's why it's better, it's wiser to do a quick trade. You can go high on lots and get out very fast and make as much money as it will with less lots and a big movement. I mean, it's when talking about money, it's pretty much the same, but the risk is lower actually. Okay. Let's see, we have like 2 minutes left and no luck on the entry. It will get there some point because we're still in in the volume area, haven't changed. You can see how it's reaching now the buying balances. It might bounce from here, from any of these areas. If it doesn't, it will maybe try to break here the lower of the day and eating those 162 lots that are pending there. When that's done, I mean that there might be, you're selling, that might be a target, okay, of the sellers. That's why they are pending here. 162, that's their target to get out. Okay, you can see here one, here is another. So we can see where people is expecting to get out of the trade. And we can see it's the low of the day in this case. That's why you should not try to go expect to get more below this area, all right? Because we are gonna encounter this exit order here, and they wanna move the price probably higher a bit. Maybe not. Maybe can go all the way down, maybe to this one. But we just want to make sure, and we don't want to just make guessing with our money, right? All right. Look like the time's up, and our entry wasn't taken. But I hope you enjoyed the session. And if you have any question, you want to use the software or anything, just send me an email. All right, here's my email. It's pedro@tradewithufos.com. All right, I will have to answer any of your questions. And also hope to see you next Tuesday. We'll be on YouTube. You can see the YouTube scheduling trade with ufo.com, and hope to see you again. Okay. So thank you guys, and hope you enjoy. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye bye.